Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 21 of our Confederate Spring of '62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. Now, once again, as you can see, we were straight up loaded into a battle map as the end of last episode. We did catch up with the Army of West Virginia, which is plaguing us in the northern reaches of Kentucky. So we are on the attack. Shows us having a minor victory already. And we have an almost 2.5 man to 1 odds against him with our 22,978 men against his 9,000. So this shouldn't really take all that long unless their morale improves heavily on my way there. So they are defending the O'Connell farmstead over here. And this is actually one of the few armies that actually has 2 cavalry brigades in it. So I'm going to be scouting down this road here and this road here looking for their positions. Because they may be on it, they may not be. They could even be forward of it. We see them do that, and we've seen them sit behind it. Definitely looking for a way to outflank them. So I don't want to attack across the creek, but I might have to. Because this is a little bit of a narrow front if they're defending there. So I'm going to get my troops in motion, and I will be back once we have contact with the Federals. So it's 8:50 in the morning on day 1, and we do have the Federals sided. They were actually sitting here along Big Creek Ridge, and I'm really looking in the right direction either. And so very well far forward of the O'Connell farmstead. So I'm already issuing orders to have my army march down this road here. And I'm going to send my largest division, which also has a battery attached to it, up this way to lock them in position while I send one of my other 2 divisions over here to secure the O'Connell farmstead. So AI is not doing a very good job this battle. Actually, let's take a look at the commander's stat, because they do have a regular army commander on the field. It's Schofield. Leadership 42, initiative 16, admin 39. Oh, this guy is... outside of his leadership, he's got some very, very low marks. So, could explain it. So, it'll probably be a little while before I'm in position to make my move. So, I'll be back. So, it's 12:38 of day 1. And I have slowly been getting my troops into position. I basically started running an encirclement against Schofield up here. So I had Maxie Gregg's division move along a fence line here to their front to lock in the Union forces. And then I gave orders for Stewart's cavalry, Milroy's brigade, to seize the objective. I'm having Cable, I don't know, this brigade followed a weird-ass path to get here. Moving into the woods in the rear of the Union positions. I have H.R. Jackson setting up along the stream bed here with his battery. So a little bit of an encirclement here. And AI did something really weird here. They built this section of an entrenchment along a stone wall, which doesn't make sense at all, and completely facing the wrong direction of any type of approach. So, troops are still getting into position, and I'll be back once I'm ready to begin the attack, or the Federal AI gets desperate and tries throwing itself at me. So, we'll see which comes first. Right, it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I finally have my attack kicking off. It's taking a long time to get into position. Guys finally firing. Yeah. So I kicked off with Maxie Gregg's division moving in on the troops over here. Yep, looks like their morale is bad. That battery just broke after just a few rounds of fire. So this really shouldn't take long. It's going to be more maneuvering my troops into position than anything. Let's detach you. I should have done that already. There you are. These guys are almost in position. Let's actually bring you over here. Good, detach orders out. Excellent. Getting a little closer there. Come on, boys. Don't be shy. If you hear that whining in the background, that's my pity. She is upset that I'm not sharing food with her. So, nothing wrong with her. She's just upset I'm not sharing food. Come on, get your orders and execute them. Let's go. Speed this up a little bit. Alright, let's get you guys dismounted and in loose order. Start pushing on these batteries back here. Make a beeline for that brigade. Girl, that's enough. And there they go. That was nice and easy. They don't want nothing to do with this, but we'll do as much damage as we can because we got them surrounded. So should be able to do some good work here. The Army commanders retreating into the rifle fire. Oh, doesn't look like we're hitting them though. Oh, ignore them. Come on, keep dropping them. Keep dropping them. Alright, start shooting that infantry up, lock them in place. This brigade's gonna get away unscathed. Alright, get mounted. Only a minute left. I think we managed to do a lot more damage. There we go. Alright, not so bad. I think it took me longer to get that attack set up than the actual attack took. To be quite honest with you. So we took down 800 of their 7,000 infantry. They didn't have any cavalry. We got 15 of their 25 guns for a total of 1,100 of their 7,500 men. We lost 280 of our 20,000 infantry. One of our cavalrymen, and he was caught by a stray. I hate to say that because I watched it happen. It's basically just a stray artillery shell got that guy. For a total loss of 281 men of our 22,978. So that's almost 3.5 to 1 on the losses. I'll take that any day of the week. Let's take a look at the paperwork. Alright, Stewart's Division. Only Alston's Brigade got some shots in there at the end. They got 20 artillerymen. Gregg's Division. Barton's Brigade did 142 to infantry. Rain's Brigade did 244 to infantry. Captured 41. Totaled up to 285. My Grunts did 221 to infantry. Captured 56. Total of 277. Division total is 704. Cable's Division. So, this is messed up because the Mormons belong in the second line. So, oh, they actually got no shots in whatsoever. Wow. In H.R. Jackson's Division, Reynolds' Brigade did 47 to infantry, 122 to artillery for a total of 169. Ledbetter didn't get anything in. Stevens' Brigade did 7 to infantry, 6 to artillery, captured 84, total of 97. Smith's Artillery did 14 to infantry, 29 to artillery, total of 43, division total of 309. Let's see if we got any of their officers. We didn't catch, even though he was riding right in front of the rifle lines, we didn't catch him. Why is it not breaking? There we go. Cox survived. Doesn't look like we did anything to our officers. Oop, we wounded Weddle. And that's it, we wounded Weddle. And let's get closed out of here. So, I don't know why the AI even bothered trying to put up a fight. They were retreating ahead of Smith's forces, and we were basically just trying to chase him out of the state. It was probably a last-ditch effort to stay inside of Kentucky. But sure as hell didn't work out for them. That's a big chunk of their men right there at 1,100 losses. Because that's not a big force to begin with. It was 2 corps. And they totally transferred out one of the corps to another area. So the AI has been, like I said, AI has been very good at transferring their forces around as necessary after the last update. So very, very good difference on that. Combat-wise, still needs improvement. Sometimes it's astoundingly good, and sometimes like this, it's astoundingly bad. Alright, victory at Hartford. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 1,058 men. There are 135 killed, 644 captured. Our casualties total 281 men, 42 killed, 53 missing, and the rest are wounded. We've captured 342 rifles and 6 guns from the battlefield and sent 629 soldiers down to our prison camps in Texas. Alright. So get this one rolled off, and I do have to make an officer change. I did promote Gordon to take command of Clark's division, but he was a commander of a reviewer unit, and they don't want him in that location. So we're going to be sending Wade Hampton to go take over that division, as he's the next up for a promotion. So I'll do all that shuffling off screen, and I'll be back when the next major event happens. Alrighty, we haven't even made it 2 days in game, and we already have another battle coming on here at St. Louis. This time it's the 1st Corps of the Army of the West. Wow, the Federals are just running out of artillery. It's like none of their corps have artillery in it anymore. So he's coming at us with 29,469 infantry and 2 guns. To my 14,800 infantry, 1,300 cavalry, and 78 guns. So they do have a 10,000 man, a little over 10,000 man number advantage. But they're not going to be able to overcome the artillery disadvantage they have. It's all of my artillery now in this corps are almost all 3-star, or almost all cracked units at this point. So it's kind of suicidal if they don't have artillery backing them up. It looks like Charles Stone is in charge. And before we get kicked off, I did send Gordon back to command of the Georgia Elite Regulars, and apparently I'd already signed Hampton to take over division. I totally forgot about it. So Stan Waddy took over that division in the Army of the Mississippi. So we'll definitely take this fight. I will be back after the load screen. Welcome to the fourth battle of St. Louis. So we're on the attack again, and they were defending this location right here along the Old Town Road next to Big Blind Creek. So I'm not going to march up through town and come back around this way. So I'm going to be taking my army along this road here and up this way and attacking from the direction of Big Blind Creek. May not be the best direction of attack, but there's less water courses for us to navigate once we come up this way, because we just march around this creek with no problem and come out from this direction. But it all depends on where the Union AI is set up. So for all we know, they could have the town in their deployment zone and might actually be deployed over here. As you can see, they already built these pontoon bridges. The AI does that, so this is well within their deployment zone. So I'm going to get my troops along this road here, get the cavalry out and scouting, and I'll be back once I have the Federal sighted. So it's 11:16 in the morning. We finally have the Federal sighted. They are actually defending at these 2 pontoon bridges here, and I'm not even coming from that direction. The AI should know I'm here now since I've captured the full 4-mile station entry point. But so I'm slowly working my divisions around. So I'm going to start putting my divisions in line from here to here, and just start taking over the objective point and forcing them to come at us. I think they're mostly going to be coming at me through the woods, so my artillery might not be as effective as I would like it to be in this fight. Of course, you got the one brigade that's going to march off in the weird direction and not use the road. But I'll hold this here, and I'll be back once I have everything set up. So I did get a better view of their positions, and they actually weren't set up too poorly. They were actually ringed around here on the riverfront. I guess expect me to use these pontoon bridges that are coming through town. Now they are reacting to my presence at this point, so I'm not even anywhere near to getting set up. So I got orders to flush out the battle line on their way. The problem is Corps Commander is back here, so I'm moving them up closer. If they want to come out and attack me, that might be better. Instead of me moving forward through these woods here, I can just set up on the open territory over here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I can actually start setting up a ring around over here. Bring your division back this way. Just kind of set up in a U shape along this front and let them come at us. And I'll let the artillery keep going the way it's going. Hopefully we'll be in position before they show up, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know. Shame we're not going to have breastworks built. Ooh, engineers need to pull you back. And of course there's a road jam. Oh, but they do have their change of orders. This is going to slow up my artillery, but it's necessary. I'll be back once contact begins. Alrighty, it's 1347. Things are not looking so good for us. Brigade commander's already wounded. The AI came on fast. And I mean fast. I wasn't playing at an advanced speed or anything. They just started coming. And caught some of my brigades out of position. So I'm trying to correct that now. And they've actually already started coming around on this flank because Hood's division's still not up. That is Hood's division, right? Jones' division. I canceled the... No, that's not Jones' division. Okay. Walker's division, there we go. So, Cazadores are coming up. Everybody else is coming up slowly. So I went up to Cazadores to start hitting the this brigade in the flank here. But this is not good. My battle lines are not set up. Engineers, get over here. First Texas caught a volley, but looks like they stabilized now. Get in there, Cazadores. Now your fire's out of range, are you? You can move up the Gonzalez rebels, but I don't want to push them into that wood. There we go, Cazadores. Hit them in the ass. Stabilizing, but I don't know for how long. We're kind of outgunned on this flank here. I want to send Moore's brigade into the fight because they got less than 700 men, but I'm going to have to. Oh, very good. Already got that brigade broken. Engineers help break them. We can sweep this division through the woods and onto the flank of the rest of their forces over here. That's what I'm looking for. That's the specialized in loose formation fighting. Gives them a 7.5% accuracy boost, which is huge. And now Hood is wounded. Good. Gonzalez rebels are firing. That brigade's broken. Very good. Alright, Walker. Push your division through the woods. I already ran through my promotion list for division commanders. I'm going to figure out who's next. Very good, that brigade's broken. Get your division. Oh, he still hasn't gotten the orders. Get that damn division moving. And this brigade didn't get their orders. Oh, it looks like they ended up in hand-to-hand at one point, maybe. Artillery division's finally almost up. There goes Pfeiffer's brigade. Oh, almost 50% casualties. 607 men gone. Oh. That is a loss we cannot afford. Get these troops moving. The artillery's actually moving faster than the infantry is. Only the 2 wounded officers so far. Can't say only 2, that's pretty bad for us. With that brigade, they're getting ready to bust apart. On, yell count to get moving. They are still there. This fight's moving in our direction, but the casualties are going to be ugly, especially for such a small force. Thankfully, the hospital just finished building right before this battle kicked off. It just finished. Alright, boys, stop pursuing. Price, rally that brigade. Oh, looks like they're pulling back. Whew. Alright, do not pursue. Do not pursue. Can't afford it. Hopefully it'll start withdrawing. I don't know. We can hope. Change of plan, Walker. You're going to set up along here. I swear, Price never goes to rally his men, no matter how often I tell him to. There we go. Alright. Speed this along because we are not pursuing them. Except for that brigade. Whoa. Oh, those are losses we can't afford. Ugh. The AI came on fast. They moved their entire corps at the double time to catch me out of position, and it worked. They effectively caught me out of position. So, we lost 1,469 of our 14,811 infantry, 107 of our 1,300 cavalry, 2 of our guns. Total loss of 1,603 men of our 17,313 man force. That's numbers we can't afford at this point. But like I said, thankfully the hospital was just built. Or just finished building, so hopefully that will help us get some of these more of these men back into the fight. Took down 2,500 of their 29,000 infantry. Yeah, but that still leaves a very large force to contend with. So the Department of Mississippi and all those forces out there, they just, all those corps, just 3 to 4 times our size at this point. So I do have more brigades in training to hopefully get out into this army before the draft is kicked in. So I can send some of them back to the reserve divisions. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's go take a look at the paperwork. Oh, that was ugly. Alright, the engineers did 58 infantry. The cavalry brigade did 457 infantry. Walker's division, only this Cazadores got in there, and they did 134 to infantry. Hood's division, Moore's brigade did 81 to infantry. Pfeiffer's brigade did 309. Parsons' brigade did 31. First Texas Field Battery did 293. And 2 to artillery. They supposedly had 2 guns on the battlefield, but I don't think they even had enough men in their artillery battery to even have guns. Price's division, 3rd Brigade did 418 to infantry, plus up to 420, so they caught some commanders. 2nd Brigade did 179 to infantry. 1st Brigade did 317 to infantry, plus up to 320. And the Gonzales Rebels did 88 to infantry, 4 more to artillery, total of 92. Division total 1,011. And Jones's division, even though they only started firing towards the end, they did get some shots in, not much though. Division total of 50. Let's get closed out of there. So, like I said at the start, that turned real ugly real fast, but we still managed to hold on. The AI kind of went at that attack half-hearted. And they did overstack on my right flank, and if they had actually just pushed, they would have rolled my entire army up. They pushed on their right, which allowed me to flank them out with the Cazadores, but they really should have made that push on their left, my right, and they could have rolled my army up, or at least that one division basically would have been wiped from the face of the earth. It damn near is. Now 2 of its brigades are below 700 men. That's pretty damn bad. So I gotta get some replacement brigades in there and get those 2 sent back to other armies with the reserve corps. So, but that's gotta wait until I have more brigades ready to go. They're training, but they're not ready to go yet. All right, victory at 4th St. Louis. The enemies reported suffered total casualties 2,450 men. There were 514 killed and 402 captured. Our casualties total 1,603 men, with 220 killed, 186 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 951 rifles and 0 guns from the field, and sent 397 more soldiers down to our prison camps. Oh, I did not look at the officers list on that one. My bad. And Parsons is disgraced, and not his fault, but he does have to go now. This force is too small to have a disgraced commander hanging on to command, whether I want him there or not. And it looks like Walker became famous. Alright, let's get this closed out. Tell you what, I can't wait for winter to set in. It's taken us a long time to get there. I did forget to do here. I think, where is Force Corps? There he is. Alright, we lost sight of those federal forces here. Wait, no, that was... Yeah, that was the Army in the West. That was the forces over here at Georgetown. But who's over here now if they're still controlling it? Quincy doesn't control all of that. They don't hold St. Louis. They don't hold St. Joseph. That fort's not controlling all of this. Oh, we got to figure out who the hell is over here. That is not good. Who is there? Here's what it is. Let's get that rolled out. It looks like the Army of Tennessee's over here now. Just getting this rolled off, and we'll do a quick map overview. There we go. All right. Should have paused that sooner. Now they're going to give me commanders I don't want. No, it's still there. Good. All right. So I'm going to figure out who the new commanders are going to be. So I'll do that off screen. So that's going to take me a minute to go through all of my officers again, because I already went through all my divisional promotions, so I got to look again. So I'll be back. Alright, so we have made some changes within the Army, and when I was sending Parsons down to his new home in Texas, I discovered I hadn't cleared all the garrisons out. And I thought I'd gone through all of them, but there was a few I missed. So I was actually able to add some more troops to the armies. So Barksdale did take command of Hood's division. And I found a few infantry brigades, some cavalry brigades, and a lot of artillery hiding out in the fortifications. So I have sent those out. So I got Fort Pulaski garrison, the Fort Esperanza garrison, heading to Barksdale's division so I can pull out the 2 understrength brigades right here and send them to one of the reserve corps so I can send them home and restock their troops. They're actually both from Missouri. So, and Missouri is now more in our favor, so we do have troops available from there. So if I send them home, they should come back at full strength. Oh, what's the matter, girl? And so we also created a full cavalry division for him under the command of Turner Ashby. So he's got a full cavalry complement now. I'll just go through the other armies real fast. Found enough artillery to give Longstreet a full artillery division now under the command of Pelham. And I was able to create a 3rd division for Polk's Corps under the command of George Pickett. And a 2 brigade division under Bragg's Corps under the command of Mountain. I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're short on numbers, it's a big bonus to us. Just finding those brigades lying around, it's a huge help to us. Like I said, it doesn't seem like much, but it does help. Alright, so we'll just go over the map real fast, and then we'll close out. We'll start in the west and work our way back east. So we have reacquired the Army of the Border. I mistakenly said it was the Army of the West out here, but it was the Army of the Border we're chasing down. And they are starting to face some attrition over here. So they probably got more troops than the towns are able to support. They got 27,000 men. So I'm not sure if I should try and run them down with Forest Corps or not, because they still do not have good weapons in this corps. But we're not getting supplies either, so we got to use it while we have it. So I'm probably going to end up sending them in against them. Thankfully, now that the hospital's finished, the Army to Transmiss should be good to go here in a few days. 2,400 men disabled. We are plussing. They're getting plussed up to 21,000 men now with those extra troops coming in. So, but that's going to drop back down to like 19 when I send those other 2 brigades home. But it's a big help. Basically, just replaced our losses from the last 2 battles. Down here in Tennessee, we are still besieging Fort Donelson, and it is in our favor. Siege has only been going a few days. You know, these episodes seem to take a while, but sometimes these episodes are one day in game, one day apart from each other, so it takes a long time sometimes. And over here in Kentucky, we've chased out the Army of West Virginia. They've retreated somewhere. They're either in Evansville or somewhere north of Evansville at this point. But I'm sending the Army of East Tennessee back over to Louisville to resupply. And we're just continuing to hold the front here in Northern Virginia. The AI is not making any moves against us. They have started retaking Frederick. They have retaken Cumberland. Maybe they'll move against us. Maybe they won't. But I'd rather them attack us here, as this army is more well supplied than anybody else, especially in weaponry. And up here in Maine, we haven't made any moves yet. Once again, it's only been 2 days since we last saw action with the Army of the North, and they are still waiting for those brigades to show up. These are still 18 days away apiece, but Hughie is not exactly ready to go yet. So he's down in the yellow. I need him a little bit in the green so I can push him out just a little bit further down to Augusta. As I said last episode, I need to get him out of Bangor. We got to start making some movement up here. Otherwise, we're just going to be camping there while they keep attacking us. So we need to get out of Bangor. All right, I believe that does cover every. Oh wait, no, we do have the siege going on here at Fortress Monroe. Almost forgot about that. How's this looking? pretty heavily in our favor. All right. They do have, I do want to order an assault, but they have a 1,600-man garrison in there. We'll call it 1,800. 210 men in the artillery, another 1,650 in that brigade. So I'm not going to order an assault on the fortress. As much as I want you. I want this siege over with to get Magruder back where he belongs, but we'll let that ride out. Alright. So I believe we'll close this episode here. You're a new viewer, return viewer. If you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember hit that bell icon so alert to the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, status, rank, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. I know some of you guys are still waiting for brigades. I'm still waiting for soldiers. So as soon as the draft is kicked off, which is still going to be another 2 months away in game, so that could be quite a few episodes away. I can give you troops from other states and just say they're from the state you wanted, but I'd rather wait for those state troops to keep it as true as possible to your wishes. So I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.